Jala ma-prize afana.
With the furniture.
Okay,
and how they
Uthafi aka Nana.
We.
Unana ka happy wakhe.
Yeah, I will.
I
No
will.
way. Yeah.
Okay.
so guys,
so
this is
she's-
the show that brings you upcoming and renowned artists, whether local or international. Sizonilethela bonke bonke.
Will you be mine? Because rain or shine, you are always in my mind. You are one of a kind, and I wish you be my bride. Waking up next to you will be my dream come true. Just like a mirror, you reflect my personality. Seeing you makes my heart race because you put a smile on my face. I asked the universe for a sign, and it showed me an angel, which is you. Will you be mine? Because rain or shine, you are always in my mind.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Exposure Hour. Well, this episode we had a change of scenery, as you guys can see, because ESCOM J as in. But anyways, I'm your host Nandipa_J, and on today's episode we have a poet, but he isn't only a poet, but like I'll just let him introduce himself to you guys so you guys know Hore Kiwak. Come on. Let's get it. Boo, 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 boo. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good. Please introduce yourself to the family.
I go by the name of Amanda Mukwena, founder of Amanda M Creative, and I'm not just a poet, I'm a filmmaker, artist, and motivational speaker.
Please tell us more about your background, where you grew up, high school, primary school.
I was born in the East End and I grew up in the East End, and yeah, just to cut it short, primary I went to Lair School Commando. It's based in Brakpan in the East End, and high school, Dal Park, secondary school. And yeah, it's quite cool because yeah, I'm currently there actually.
You're still in high school?
Yes, I'm still in high school.
Okay, so how did you get into being a poet? How did you?
Well, what I can say is that I started writing as soon as I started writing in grade 1. Actually, I started writing short poems of like. Let me just make an example. Today it's sunny. My life is funny. So I used to write short poems, and that's how I went into poetry. And I can say that from grade 1 till now, I'm still a poet.
It's been in your blood, most.
It's been in my blood.
It's not something you discovered now.
Yeah, it's not something I've discovered now. And yeah, as I've said, like I've been an artist from a young age. I can say so because when I was young, I used to like do freestyles. Like I do many things. As I say that I'm not just a poet. So I started writing in grade 1, started acting, but not professional acting. I was just doing acting at home. And yeah, speaking encouraging words from such a young age. So yeah, that's how it is.
What else do you do?
I'm a motivational speaker, filmmaker, and yeah, I can say songwriter.
Are your parents supportive of you being a poet, filmmaker, songwriter?
Yes, they are supportive.
Does it make you money? Because we know it has to make you money. Like,
No, it's not yet making money, but the aim is not to make money, but to save many lives. And I know that most people say that life is not about money, but they say that you need money to survive, which is true. But I can say that what I do with my crafts is to heal other lives and to inspire youngsters.
why should people read your poems or like?
No, before we go there, I would like to catch you somewhere.
We have the ghost in the background. Hurry up. What's up? What's good?
So, I am Amanda, or what do you call yourself on TikTok? I know you from TikTok.
Amanda M Creative.
Amanda M Creative. So the first time I heard your poem. Hey, school. Okay, the first time this was a poem. Like there's something that kind of grabbed me. Like I couldn't move to other videos. But before we go there,
Yes.
just keep that question in mind. Nandi.
I
I want to
forgot
ask
which
you
question I wanted to ask
specifically
them.
on your background.
Yes.
how was it growing up? You said you grew up in Brakwane.
Yes.
How was it growing up in that kind of environment? Not kokasi, as you know, many people say that life kahle kahle isekasi,
Isekasi,
hayi
yes.
isaba.
Mm.
Because eBrakwane isaba phela. Yabo ngibona namanje bekubhekile i-cheese box. So
Yeah.
how was it
Couldn't
growing up
imagine
there?
as well, dude. But anyways.
Well, what I can say is that I have no much to, I have ish, I don't have much to say about Brakpan because most of the time I spend most of my time indoors actually. I never used to go out, play with other children, and I think that is just the way I am as a person. I don't like going out. I just like being by myself and yeah, building new things. And yeah, I don't have much to say about Brakpan.
Were you ever bullied because of your talent?
I wasn't bullied because of my talent, but I was once bullied in primary by this other. I was doing grade 1, and this guy was doing grade 7. So it was just like that type of bullying, which like someone is older than you and they actually looking down on you because you're younger. And yeah, I can say that that bullying actually inspired me to write more poems and to become more in life. Because right now I'm working on my upcoming film called Tula Tula. It's a film based on addressing bullying in our country. Because as I say, bullying kills a lot of learners each and every day.
How did you get into film? Like, how did you discover that you have that talent in your film?
Okay, the filming talent starts when I wanted to act. I wanted to start acting. So what happened is that at a young age I was registered into casting agencies, and yeah, I didn't get the luck to participate in a show or theater. But what I can say is that it's just God's will upon my life, because what happened is that God.
Mm-hmm.
So as I said, I think that it's God's will upon my life to create something for myself, because I didn't get the opportunity to act in a television series or something. So God wants me to create something that will put others on television, and that's how I started filming.
Do you ever see yourself behind the screen now? Or you
Yes.
see yourself as a director directing a film, or you see yourself as the actor acting?
So I see myself as the executive producer, and I also own my production called Amanda Mugwena Films. So on Tula Tula, I'm the main character there. I'm an actor, producer, cinematographer. I'm everything on Tula Tula except the cameraman, because I ask others to film me. Yes.
And how is that managing your time between being an actor, being a poet, you know?
So what I do is that per month, I actually focus on one craft. Let's say this month I'm focusing on poetry. Next month I'm focusing on filming. Next month I'm focusing on, can say, music.
You also do music.
Hmm.
Oh, hey, okay, period.
Hmm.
What kind of music do you do?
I do, like, actually when I record, I just anything that inspires me. I'm a piano, hip hop, gospel, anything that comes into mind, I
Oh, so
record.
you're not stuck on
Mm,
one
mm,
thing.
mm.
You're actually
Mhm.
diverse. Okay. Ghost, any questions?
So with your craft, what motivated it? Like, how did it come about? If I may ask that question.
Which craft? Because I focus on many crafts.
Let's say, being an artist, what made you become the artist?
Mm.
Because I kind of see you as the one. Like, you see, when I listen to your poems, hey, poems, yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Like,
apologize for
they,
the background noises
they
and the
have that
wind
thing
also. We're
where they
outside.
get into people's heart, like even mine,
Yes.
where they will grab your attention. Where they will phuza amanzi and but once wazi ivoice yakho nje ushaya leya poem, iqale kanjani yonke leyo ndaba? Someone from home motivated by, or into vele segazini kuwena?
So what I can say is that I'm motivated by life, by what can I say, life's experiences. Each and every day I learn new things, and I meet new people who teach me new things. So what I can say is that by writing poems, I actually, the music I listen to motivates me, the people I meet motivate me, and also the books I read motivate me to write this kind of poems. So when I write poems, most people ask me that when I write hard, what can I say, love poems, they'll ask me that, are you in love? And I tell them that no, but they ask me that, how can I write a poem about love if I'm not yet in love?
Can I ask you a question about that? It's been in my mind.
Yes.
So, do you write the poems because of your, maybe, let's say, past trauma or someone else's trauma?
Someone else's trauma.
So the things you write about are not necessarily what you've been through,
Yes.
but what someone else has been through.
Yes, that's how, because most of the time when I write poems, I try to speak to the people who are listening. I speak about them more than I speak about myself, because each and everyone goes through something in life, and it's time to make people feel like you do understand what they're going through, because most people feel like they're alone in this world. So I use poems to make sure that I relate with what they're going through.
So you don't actually relate, but
Mm.
you
Yes, I speak as if I relate, so that at least they can find comfort.
in knowing that someone else out there
Yes.
relates to you.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, curious right now. Tell us about the first ever time you wrote your first poem.
It was in my I was in grade one. Actually, I was sitting in class, and yeah, I think I was speaking
Grade
with,
one.
yes, grade
You're
one.
telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth,
Hey.
grade
Ah,
one.
now my
And as soon,
grade
because I
one.
started writing
Grade
in
one.
grade one,
We
like,
were focusing on number 1+1. Nakhona
Umuntu
i-stickman,
stickman,
you know.
yeah.
and yeah, I used to write with that pen, with that bad handwriting. As I told you, that I'd write poems about anything that I see. I'd write poems about the sun, the day, emotions. So I just write poems about, like, using words which I knew at that time. So as I say that, I'd write poems about, okay, my day was funny, my day was like this and that and that. But as time went by, I started becoming more experienced to using like bigger words as a poet. So as you asked, yeah, I can say that the first ever poem was when I was in grade one, sitting and speaking with my friends, and we were actually making noise. And then my grade one teacher came at the back and slapped me with the book. So I was angry. And then yeah, I decided to write a poem. But it wasn't a poem about that she hit me. I was trying to act as, like, what can I say, quiet, trying to write my emotions, because I remember in grade one I used to watch this other program which they were speaking about journaling and writing. So instead of writing a diary, I would just write about my day in a poem structure.
What's your creative process like?
Mm, my creative process is like just me. Okay, like right now, as we speaking, I can find something interesting in this conversation and just write about it. Like everything that happens around me, I just pick up something which I'll add into my poems. It's like after this interview, I can go home, write something, because right now, and what I forgot to say is that I'm busy writing a book. So I put my poems when the problems that it's a lot in my mind. Like I have a lot of things, but yeah, creative process. I write about anything that happens around me, anything that I go through in life.
Can you tell us about your book?
About my book, okay, yeah, I shouldn't be saying this, but yeah, the name of the book is It's Not Just Money. So as I said before, that as I'm doing my craft, I'm doing it to motivate people and not for the money. But at the end of the day, we need money to survive. We need money to like, what can I say, build our dreams, make our dreams into a reality. We need money for almost everything in life. Yeah.
Lava Vati money doesn't buy you happiness. Are you using that money right? But anyways, okay.
Yeah, so my book is based on not just money. And funny enough is that when when you read the book, actually you don't be speaking about not just money, you'll also be speaking about life experiences on how to deal with certain mental issues. So actually try to, like, because most of the time people are you catch people's attention by speaking in a certain way or putting a certain topic on something. It's like most of the time when I write poems, I put my topics in senses of heartbreak, but the poem is not about heartbreak. It's about giving up or failing. You
I feel like
understand?
the way you're speaking, let's see, you've lived. Like when you sit with people who don't even think the way you do, don't you feel, I don't know.
No, it's because, like, I learn from everyone. Funny part is that I also learn from. I remember I used to, like, chill with this other kid, and that the kid is doing grade six. I learn a lot from that kid, and I don't know how, but I learn from everyone. Even as I, like, most of the time when because I'm also a motivational speaker. There's a clip which I once recorded. I learn from a baby who takes their first steps, and by saying so is that, like, when a baby takes their first step, is like, okay, the baby will take their first step, fall down and stand up.
Never give up.
Never give up. So when they stand up, okay, let me just put it in this way. When you fall in life and you stand up just like the baby does, you're proving that you are not going to give up until you reach the destination, because the baby can start from this point and go to that point while they're busy falling and standing up, but they won't give up until they reach that point. So that's why I say that I learn from everyone. Whether you think small or you think big, I listen to you. I want to hear your side of your story. I don't judge people, because at times we tend to speak too much and we don't listen. And as I said, one of my favorite quotes, which I wrote myself, is that always listen to successful people teach, because they are on the level you aspire to be on. So that's why in Zulu they say that indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili. So most of the time when you are in a room with people who are ahead of you, try to listen and not speak all the time. So as you asked, I don't feel like I'm in the wrong place when I'm with people who are not open-minded. I actually learn a lot from them. That's why I say I always study people's mindsets.
I feel so inspired. Yo, those
Ah.
words. It's like I'm,
Yeah, I
you know,
feel
trying to process, and
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
actually wise.
So, any of the poems that you say, this one, Baba, this one is the one.
Okay, the poem is "The Youth is Dying." That's one of my favorite poems. So it goes like this: the youth is dying, parents are crying. With my voice, I'm trying to save their lives, but the youth can't relate because all they do is just hate. Well, the youth is chasing death by overdosing with crystal meth. What hurts is that from birth, they're purpose to be successful and inspire many lives, but the devil just chose to possess them with wrong minds. Well, the devil is trying to kill us, because I've seen from house pillars running to spiritual healers, asking if they could heal us, because as the youth, we need healing. So that's one of my favorite poems, and I wrote that poem.
Baba,
So,
Baba, Baba.
yeah. So I wrote that poem when I remember there was this other guy. He passed away by overdosing on crystal meth. So when I write my poems, I actually construct my poems while I'm cleaning or doing something. So I just put in one word. Maybe like this poem, I started with "the youth is dying." Then I was like, okay, parents are crying. With my voice, I'm trying. You understand? So I rhyme, but in the sense of making people relate. So that's how I write my poems, and that's one of my favorite poems, which I hope that one day it will reach many ears and many listeners.
What's something like what advice? What's the best advice you've ever gotten?
The best advice I've ever gotten is just start. No one's coming to save you. So most of the time, we as youngsters, we tend to think that, okay, our parents are going to save us, but the truth is that your parents are not there all the time, and they won't be there forever. So most of the time, you just need to start with whatever you have. There are people who I know, they want to start, like, okay, let me just put this in this way. I wanted to, as I said before, as a filmmaker, I was busy DMing like those top filmmakers, Abomandla N, Mduduzi Mabaso, saying that can they put me on. But at the end of the day, I didn't think in this way, that why don't I take my smartphone and start filming? Because most of the time, people tend to, you know that successful people don't want to put you on because they think that they've worked hard for what they've achieved. So when you just arrive there today and then they put you on, you become famous just like that. So that's why I say that the success journey is very important.
But what if I don't have a phone that takes proper um good quality phone,
Find
and I
something
want to start?
find something else to do. The reason I started recording poems, because when I record my poems, I just put a picture and then record at the background. So the reason I do many things is because at times I didn't have the resources, so I just became creative with whatever I have. So there are many people who don't even have that phone. So what they do is that they start performing at church. Someone at the church will see them go somewhere, and then they try to invest something. Maybe they sponsor them with money to push their craft. You understand? Because you never know where you're going to get your help from. That's why they say that it helps that you always speak. Most of the time, you see, like, keeping quiet is like someone who's in a taxi going to a place which they don't know. The person mustn't keep quiet. You must communicate with people who know the place, because they'll what can I say? They'll guide you to arrive at your destination. That's how it is.
Well, would you say you were sponsored, or is it self?
Yeah, I hustled. I worked for whatever I have in my life. Like most of the time, I don't sit down and feel sorry for myself. As I said, no one's coming, so I wasn't sponsored. I had to work hard, because most of the time, as I say, like when what happens in my life is that when I'm about to succeed, something happens. Something just comes out of the blue and tries to stop me. but I'm not willing to stop. That's the point. I'm going to reach that. I'm not going to reach the destination, but I'm still gonna continue building myself.
Never give up.
Yes,
never
never
back
give-
down. Never what? Never give up.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on social media?
Okay, on Instagram, I'm Amanda Mokoena _creative. On TikTok, I am Amanda Mokoena. And I do have another account for poetry called #LetMeSpeakPoetry. Yeah, that's where people can find me for now.
If someone were to DM you now and say they want to be part of your film that you're making,
They can DM me on Instagram at Amanda Mokoena Creative.
will you answer? Do you answer DMs?
Yes, I do answer DMs, but the problem is that I cannot put other people on my film because at the end of the day, people will expect you to pay them, and I'm not. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, the finances to do so. That's why I push myself independently. And then if someone wants to sponsor, you can do so. Just DM me on Instagram or on other social media platforms. On Facebook, I'm Amanda Mokoena. That's where you can get me.
Anyone who's willing to sponsor a filmmaker, hit him up. Period.
Yeah.
Okay. Saivala Mpana, if you guys got this
before
far.
before you go to that part. Okay, it's fine. Go to that part.
If you guys got this far, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow him on his socials. Follow me on my socials as She Loves Nandi. Follow Ghost Carter Black SA. Period. And then shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to everyone who's watching. Thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we post.
There's this one that
It's
talks
poem.
about love
Mm.
that you posted on TikTok. Just remember which one is it.
Okay, let me just remember. Okay, yeah. I think but there's this other one. Yeah, let me.
Mine, something like that. It goes with someone who was mine.
Oh,
I mean, you
yeah.
Fine, but anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I've got this one. Will you be mine?
Yeah.
Will you be mine? Because rain or shine, you're always in my mind. Hey, you see now I'm forgetting those lines, but
My
yeah.
love, if you're watching this, I'm dedicating this to
you.
you.
Okay. So yeah. Hey Shmara, let me try. Will you be mine? Because rain or shine, you're always on my mind. Your love makes me blind, but you're the only person I can find in my dreams. So yeah, I think
Baba.
baby. Wena umusha uyazazi eyakho. That's wrong.
Then
there is this one that talks about men.
Man, oh yeah.
Today I'm gonna teach you.
So you see the one about men. Before I recite it, it's dedicated to like what can I say? Because most people focus on men who abuse, but they don't focus on the fact of why do men abuse. So yeah, I actually like what my Grootman is doing. Shout out to Andile Molebatsi, #DoBetter. So he focuses on men's mental health. Why do men abuse more than like you actually focus on the cause rather than the problem. So yeah, the one about men, it goes like this. They say men don't cry, but that's a lie. It is the reason why they die. Hey. Okay. They say men don't cry, but that's a lie. It is the reason why they die. Day after day, that's why you find a man hanging from the ceiling. It's because silence is killing.
That's deep. Yo.
Guys, usiqhuvera ukuthi awakhe la mapoem ngizozwela nani. Shout out to.
Thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to have you back on the podcast.
Definitely, I will come back.
Period.
Yes.
We just want to see how you progress.
Okay.
How you grow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They say men don't cry, but that's a lie. It is the reason why they die, because they don't speak out. They try their best to keep their eyes dry, and that is why